Hello there everyone, my name is Mathew McKenna and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reacting to Dua Lipa. Funnily enough, I only heard her name through my comment section, which makes me feel so old and so out of touch. But since you all have requested her a bunch of times, I've gathered a bunch of songs, we're going to listen to them, and I cannot wait to give you my thoughts. Before we start though, if you're new here, make sure you click subscribe and turn on notifications so you get notified anytime I upload a video. So the first one we're going to listen to is called Idgaf. I think we all know what that stands for, but excuse me, this is a family-friendly channel, so you're not going to catch me saying that title in its full extent. Looks like a Mentos as the I don't know why I knew that line was coming, but just the way it was delivered still amused me endlessly. She's saying that she's moved on. There seems to be a trend of like exes hitting people up and being like, oh, I really loved you, you know, I regret everything that happened, why did we break up, this is the worst. And then it puts a lot of weird pressure on the other person, so they're just like, shut up, I don't care, leave me alone. I'm looking at all this, and one thing that I've taken away from it is like, I so badly would want to wear a blue suit like that, but I just know I could not pull it off.
You talk all that sweet talk, but I ain't coming back.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. All the sweet talk and everything. Like, a lot of it is like, oh, you were the best. You know, I've had so many other girlfriends since you, but oh my gosh, you were the best out of them all. Please come back. I'm generally of the mind of like, you broke up for a reason. Surprisingly for me, I actually quite liked that song. When it first started and when I saw the title, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this. But something about it, man, it was like entertaining and I don't know, a interesting message. So I'm gonna actually add it to my playlist. I imagine myself working like hunched over a computer writing and just like that song's coming up, I'm like, that's how I type. I think hearing songs like that is pretty important because, like I said, most of the time people break up for a reason, and if they want to get back together, that reason usually hasn't changed. So I'm always quite wary of that, and I don't know if I'd date any of my exes because I know the reasons we broke up, and that incompatibility is definitely still there, regardless of how much they, as she says, sweet talk you. Anyway, those are just my thoughts. Let's move on to the next song, which is called Scared to Be Lonely with Garrix. Now, I'm pretty sure I've listened to Garrix, but only in another reaction video on here. I feel like it was a Troye Sivan reaction, so I know that he's an electronic artist, and if I remember correctly, last time I kind of liked the track that he made for Troye, so I'm pretty keen. It's like a remixed violin. They're listening to the lyrics combined with the title. It seems like their relationship isn't going very well, but the reason they're staying together is because they want somebody, they don't want to be alone, which is not a very healthy way to be in a relationship. I like that drop. I'm just imagining listening to this on like speakers with a huge sub. Hearing the warp, 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 warp.
All the messed up fights and slamming doors, magnifying all our flaws.
Yeah, so she's talking about fights and slamming doors, being angry and essentially being unhappy. The reason that so many people stay together, literally just because they're scared of not being together. I've known people that have hung on in a relationship for years that was just not working. Everyone around them knew that it just wasn't working. But both of them had just been together so long, they're like, I don't know what else I'm gonna do. What is life without this other person? It's that whole thing about how the devil you know is better than the one you don't. Like, you know what it's like to be in a relationship that you don't really like, but you don't know what it's like to be lonely without that person.
Is the only reason you're holding me tonight, 'cause we're scared to be lonely.
I don't know if this is just me kind of not registering it properly, but her voice sounds quite different in this versus the last one. But I mean, maybe that's just a testament to versatility, not necessarily, you know, a change in artist. So not exactly my thing. Normally I can pinpoint what it is that makes me not particularly like a song, but with that one, honestly, I couldn't really tell you. All I can say is that it just didn't really appeal to me. That said, I actually quite like the lyrics and the message behind the song because, as I said, I think it's pretty important to know when you are just hanging on to a relationship because you don't want to be alone, because that's unhealthy and not fair to the person you're with or yourself. Anyway, let's move on to the next song, which is called New Rules. I haven't heard the song, but I feel like I've heard the song title. Is it that super popular one? Yeah, okay. Loads of you have mentioned in the comment section this song that you want me to react to it, so it's finally happening. I know it's been like months, but your wish is finally granted. Let's do this. Flamingos. I actually really love flamingos.
Talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy.
I actually like the pitch of her voice here. I'm a fan of the like deeper sort of husky sound in a voice, so.
1, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling cause he's drunk and alone. 2, don't let him in. You have to kick him out again.
Oh, new rules are like they're literally listing rules for, I guess, getting over a guy.
3, don't be his friend. You know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're under him, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count.
When I saw the title, I wasn't expecting quite literally a list of rules for dealing with guys. All the rules she's listed so far are very reasonable.
Now I'm standing back from it. I finally see the pattern.
Yeah, I guess sometimes you do need to be removed from a situation to understand it and get a new perspective.
I got no rules, I count.
That was a trippy transition.
1, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling cause he's drunk and alone.
Oh, now she's saying it to other people.
3, don't be his friend. You know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're under him, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count him.
That's interesting. From that, I kind of inferred a little bit of like this song being a bit about like women supporting each other because all of her friends were helping her get over this guy and now she's doing the same for her friends. And they're doing all of these activities together, doing all of this stuff. So I don't know, I'm kind of getting the gist of it being about making sure you're supporting each other when it comes to these relationships, which I actually find quite interesting because that's pretty common, isn't it? I feel like, especially when it comes to unrequited love and stuff like that, your friends are what really, really help you get through stuff. It's quite nice to see a music video where, I don't know, it just seems to be a bunch of friends supporting each other. I mean, yeah, the topic kind of revolved around getting over a guy, but I kind of feel like the message and implications of that, especially the music video, were a bit deeper, which always makes me happy in a music video. All right, let's move on to the last song we're going to listen to, which is called One Kiss, featuring Calvin Harris. I am aware of Calvin Harris, and I've listened to quite a few of his things, mostly because I'm pretty sure he's done collabs with like every pop artist that exists, pretty much. But now I'm pretty keen to see how that comes out with Dua Lipa. So let's hit it.
I look like all you need.
Ooh, I like that beat already. What is going on? This is the weirdest thing I've watched in a while. What's that weird frog-like thing? Oh, there's something about it that's just like pleasant. She's hitting her notes quite well and quite cleanly, but somehow it still sounds a bit intricate, which is very nice to hear.
I look like all you need.
Not the weird things again. What is happening? Are they frogs? Are they flies? Are they frog flies? Who knows? It's borderline weird during the verses and stuff, and then the chorus hits and just every parts of this here, like where she's singing there, feels very reminiscent of like 90s music videos, and I can't. That was a bizarre music video, I have to say. I mean, the music itself was pretty alright. I quite liked the chorus, and I also did enjoy the electronic bit, but that was just really something. That might actually be the weirdest music video I've watched in quite some time. Overall, I don't actually think I can really make a decision right now about whether I enjoy her music, because a couple of those songs I quite like. The others were just not so much for me. So right now I'm kind of like on the fence. I'd really have to dig in more. But this is part of why I love doing these videos. I'm listening to an artist that I definitely never would have listened to otherwise. I honestly feel like I've started to get in the know and understand quite a bit about the pop music scene just by doing all these videos. And I mean, I had quite a lot lot of preconceptions about pop music, but even with the songs we've just listened to, most of them had like similar subject matter but different spins. I don't think I've ever heard a song where an artist is talking about her rules for getting over an ex and having their friends help and support them. So that was pretty cool to me. Yeah, those are all my thoughts. I want to hear yours. What do you think? Do you like Dua Lipa? Do you have a favorite out of those songs I just listened to? I am always keen to hear your thoughts, so please chuck them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to click that like button, and as always, have an awesome time until I see you next. See ya.